let's get this figured out. This road gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video, and we're gonna break off into the short little second part of the game plan series where we're gonna go into stopping the run. Just a little adjustments, not perfect, but it does help. Basically, stopping the run is more so about positioning, meaning you want to outflank your opponent, but it's more about manual movement. So if you're just coming out calling a defense and letting them sit there in the defense that you call, you're just sliding left or right, and you're wondering why you can't stop the guy from getting yards. Basically, the reason why is probably because you are not manually moving any of your guys. For some reason, as you see, a little bit of manual movement from a safety, a linebacker, anywhere within the box or around the line of scrimmage kind of throws the blocking AI off, so to speak, and you will get a free runner. I'm going to walk you through this. So like, on this play in particular here, you see I have the linebackers blitzing, but I get somewhere around the line of scrimmage, and what happens is the blocking scheme, it just kind of throws off because one guy will either over adjust to an assignment and miss an assignment. As you see, they just let the guy, just free runners. Guy comes right through. If you have a guy that's running a stretch to the right, start to take your defensive end, move him out maybe a step or two, bump, move your linebackers over a step or two, and you will see the results. I'm gonna show it to you here in practice mode, and I got something special for y'all today, man. I'm gonna get my dude AntHiTZ on the line from Madden Franchise Junkies, and Ant is gonna really kind of break down how to help you guys out, powering your guys up in franchise. So stay tuned for that. But as you see here, if you run it normal, you see the guy runs right up the middle. But you see I come out, cover the gaps, a little bit of manual movement. I never want to get outflanked, meaning they have more offensive guys on a side of the ball than I have defending. So I always want to make sure that I set the edges good, try to cover the inside gaps. And as you see right there, middle linebacker, there's a cover 3 zone. He just runs right around untouched. Nobody blocks him. That's what you want. You want to get free runners running at the running back, and then you want to be able to come up behind them, and play either the inside lane or the cutback lane or whatever via your user. Same thing, just cover all gaps, little manual movement from linebackers, corners, safeties. The more guys you can manually move, now don't move them to ridiculous places, keep them somewhere within the proximity, but just make it a little bit more advantageous to protect the side that you may think that they're running. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me, little kids out there, if you're watching this video in YouTube land and you saw Coach DC high step behind the line of scrimmage, man, I'm sorry I let you down. That should never happen. Look at this. This is ridiculous, man. And I'm out here teaching fundamentals, right? So, bottom line is, I'm kidding y'all. You see the middle linebacker come and run around. Generally, you will always get a guy that will run free. Now, whether he makes the tackle or not, that's something totally different. So, all right, we're going to jump into a little bit of franchise. I'm going to get my man Ant on the phone, man. Let Ant try to help me out a little bit, man, from stop getting my butt kicked in franchise mode. It's not like I'm not good, but my team just never powers up. I'm a game player. I'm not the person who knows everything about franchise. But, got in contact with this guy. We're putting some big things together coming up in a few days, well, a month maybe. We're going to change the face of franchise. Since EA doesn't want to do anything about it, we're going to create a pretty good product in terms of franchise, where we're putting things out there, and really like those kind of leagues that you can. I mean, it's totally interactive. Everything. We're gonna have draft recaps, all that kind of stuff, man. This dude is the franchise guru. So I'm gonna bring my man Ant on here, man, and we're gonna get to it. All right, folks. As I promised you guys, man, I have the franchise guru on the party in the chat, talking with my man AntHiTZ of Madden Franchise Junkies. Talk to me, brother. Help me out here, man. Where do I need to be going?
Hey man, we need to be talking about connected franchise mode, and we need to be letting these guys know where we headed right now and the direction we're going when it comes out of franchise mode. We was talking a little earlier about just a little insights developing your players amongst franchise mode. And I had touched on how the puzzle piece and scheme, archetype, all that stuff goes hand in hand. I was explaining it to you a little bit.
Okay, so let's jump back into that for a second. If you just look at, like, basically what from your advice, what I'm trying to do now is to match my scheme fit to the guys that I want to get powered up. How does that play a factor in how fast you're able to power your guys up?
All right, so the moment when you building these players, man, you want your puzzle piece and your scheme to match. Bottom line, you have each position on each side of the ball, offense and defense, and those positions have to match your scheme. So if you're running like a vertical zone scheme, that's usually for a strong arm quarterback and an elusive running back, right? So you will want your running backs to be those type of archetypes. You want them to have strong arm and you want them to have elusiveness. So what happens is when you're developing these guys, you're looking at the puzzle piece. The puzzle piece comes with a percentage when you're looking at your scheme and versus the player. So right now your player archetypes on your lineman, power, agile, and pass protector, all have a percentage underneath of them. 80, 75. Right now you got 82, 81, 78. You want where the puzzle piece is, which is on power, you want that to be your highest archetype. You want that to be your highest archetype because that fits your scheme and that helps you develop the guy faster.
Okay, so that's quicker in development, and with these hidden guys, kind of same feature, they're always going to come in with some sort of, maybe a star or something like that.
Yeah, hidden talent just says you got a special player. You got a star, superstar, or superstar X factor. And all that means is you find hidden gems. Those guys are going to, again, develop faster, and they already on their way to the abilities that come with being a star, superstar, or X factor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So man, I'm a big fan of what you do in terms of your leagues. Like that's kind of what brought us together. Just us watching each other and admiring each other from a distance. In our separate, what we do. But what you do in terms of franchise is really different than what I've seen a lot of other people do. So can you explain to the people a little bit about that?
All right, so at the end of the day, man, we play this game to get as close to the realest feel of NFL as possible. And Madden gives you modes. All right, so connected franchise mode to me, that's the closest to sim NFL football. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you attack a franchise, a connected franchise mode, you start a league. You want that feeling. You want the realest, closest feeling to being a GM, being a coach, and being an owner. You know what I'm saying? So right. You want to better bring all that out within playing this game because it's so much more than just lining up and playing a game when you're in connected franchise mode. So what I did was I decided, since 17, we created the things that EA doing now, which is giving you draft classes. So you can go download somebody's draft class and they give you their version of the college players that's coming out. Well, we've been doing that since 17 when you couldn't do a download. You know what I mean? You had to use spreadsheets the way we did it. But we brought real life college and high school players onto the game through our draft classes. And just give you real NFL attributes, give you the real Madden EA attributes to match the combine attributes. So all these guys, they get combine numbers, and you have to dig deep. You have to be able to go in and do some research yourself, watch game film. You really got to break these guys down. So I'm pretty much doing EA's job for them for my league. So the way I create my league is I'm giving you the next disc before that disc come out.
Wow.
So we keeping you go from, when you play with in my league, you're going from Madden 21 to 22, 23, 24, and so on until the next disc come out. You know what I mean?
Let me get this straight. So you basically like have the next 10 draft classes already?
Yeah, I got all the way to kids that's in high school right now in their sophomore year. I can go go as far as that. Yeah. And with real, matching the attributes with real life combine numbers. Everybody that's in college and in high school have either in high school their senior year they did the Nike camps where they get real laser time tags on their or in college they get their time. So what we do is you can get the basics. You can get 40 times, you can get verticals, you can get strength, you can get all that stuff you can get, which is combine stuff. But to be able to build a player, how you know if he can catch the ball or what type of player is he? Is he quick on the field? Like, is he shifty? How you get that is by watching film. So it's the work I put in. I really do a lot of research with the players. So I'm like really keen to all the high school and college players.
Well, I watch a lot of you guys' games in your leagues now, and so I see the development. I see you guys in like season 10 or season 8, and it's crazy to me because when I look, I see mud.
Right.
I see a mud field, but it's actually real connected franchise.
Right. So the longer your season go, the more you develop your players. So people don't realize you go spend money on a card, and I sit in connected franchise mode, and within a whole season, I develop that same card you just paid for. I develop that on a player, right? So the whole thing of connected franchise is developing your team. You want to build your team into a dynasty. So the longer your league go, the better the players are going to be. So when we get to season 7, 8, you're dealing with guys that's already 99 overalls and they maxed out. You can't build them anymore. So the fun part comes in, the entire NFL field where can you afford these guys? They 99 out. Can you afford to pay $200 million to a guy? You know what I'm saying? So you got to reset and restart all over at the end of the day. So what we do is we just continue to build these guys, bring them in through the draft classes, and we give you MUT through connected franchise mode. You really can save mega money just playing connected franchise mode if you
just facts there, bro.
You know what I mean? So you getting that MUT feeling. If you're a MUT guy, you getting that MUT feeling without tearing your mom's pocketbook up. Simple as that.
Man, put it this way, I'm too old, but yeah, if I had to go and ask my man, we won't even go there. We won't even go there.
Listen,
hey mom,
if you had the reason with your mom and say, Mom, I'm gonna need $20 to play in this league, right? Or have to go to her and in a month process, you asking her for a total of $1,000. I got a guy in my league right now that was spending $1,500 a week to play MUT, right? So if you ain't these YouTubers or ain't on their channel getting their coins and all that, $1,500. And his wife, once he joined our league, his wife was told me I was her best friend. You're my best friend, saving us money. And he's having the same fun that he was trying to have in MUT. He's having even more fun now playing in a league where it's, it's almost like this. I lost my cell phone. I could upgrade, but I'm paying $35. Oh, you only got to pay $35 for the phone, right? And you don't realize you're paying $35 a month for the next 2 years. Right. Versus get my same phone back. I got insurance. I'll pay the $200 up front right now and don't have to pay anything else. I save money. That's exactly what connected franchise can do for some of you guys that play MUT. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it comes down to this. Our leagues go long, so I start 2 leagues. I start when the game first come out. I start a league called Game of Thrones, and this is what me and you trying to do. We're trying to give everybody, to be a part of what we're doing, which is bring almost like a reality show. Like if you really, you know it, man. Yeah. What's your group me chat look like? I know your group me chat is crazy. So it's a reality show, and it's like, damn, if you can expose this to YouTube, these guys putting out one play touchdowns that only work in MUT with the thresholds being the same all the time, that won't work in connected franchise mode too much longer. You know what I mean? But you put out real football videos. So now imagine if a guy can come spend 15 to 20 minutes and watching game footages and almost like a reality show. You get to feel these guys personal. You got characters in your league. I got a guy in my league that's one of, you know, like he got to drink some type of liquor before he plays a game, and as the game goes on, he gets a little bit more drunker, and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? So what happens when we can expose everybody to that? Like, we can give you what we go through on a daily, and pit it to the mass. You know what I'm saying? You got thousands of people you can reach, and you bring them into our little world, and we calling it a baby family. It's going to be a militant family where you're going to better take our league, our style, the things we do to enhance your league. You're going to better do those things and better keep building off of what we do. And again, I use the reference of it's the Bill Belichick tree, and you know, I'm Belichick, you Andy Reid. Your coaches, your success has your coaches getting hired all throughout the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That's what our connected franchise is going to look like. It's going to be Coach DC, AntHiTZ, our franchise. And our franchise will branch off between the guys in our league that have their own league. So now you have our brand going along with your league, and you're building what we're building, and we're doing this thing together because there's a lot of room out here for everybody to eat and have fun.
Man, it's like I said, it's to me, when I look at people who spend a lot of money in MUT, I get a lot of guys daily. I get questions, you know, I have sessions with guys, and a lot of guys are looking for some place to put that extra energy. You know, it's I mean, the reality of what's happening now is you know, we're in a pandemic. We're still in a pandemic. And so now everything has kind of been moved indoors, and you know, with limited access. And so what better way to get your competitive juices flowing than jump in a league where you're going to have the daddy leagues, you're going to be able to look at your stats, you're going to have a podcast show, you're going to have a top 100 draft,
top 10 highlights, you're going to have everything. Like, you're not just playing, you're going to have ESP. If you watch NFL on Sundays, you have to watch the NFL Network to get the highlights and let them talk about it. You're getting all that on Madden. So we bring in everything the NFL does, we're doing for EA. Things that EA should have been doing years ago. They should be doing this shit already. But we're doing it now. We're going to do it ourselves. So we're going to give you a real life feel. So after a game, you might have wanted to catch Coach DC in my game, but you wasn't available to catch it. But you can go to YouTube and almost go to our Sports Center channel to get the highlights, to get the breakdown of the game, and get us talking about it. And it's going, you know what I mean? And you can go to our channels now and see that now. But as it coming together, like, what we want to do is we want you to go every Thursday to better go to YouTube and know that the reality show of Madden NFL 21 from Coach DC and Ant is going to be on here, and you're going to have to sit down for 15 minutes and enjoy a TV show. Put it that way.
I'm going to tell you what's going to be funny. I'm not to cut you. I'm going to tell you what's going to be funny. What's going to be funny is reading the other people's chats. And you see that all the chats basically kind of go through the same metamorphosis.
Same thing. I know my chat go off 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, nonstop chat. And some of the stuff be so funny. Like, just imagine you can better see that. I would love to better watch somebody's league and see what they arguing about in the chats and their competition. Because all it comes down to is a bunch of men, and some females play this game. I had a female in my league, but what happens is, our competitive nature allows us to be competitive. So being competitive everything comes with it. Shit talking. Look, you saw the Titans stomp on the Ravens logo. Ravens beat them. You get that kind of vibe. You get all that vibe throughout playing and connected franchise mode. I think a lot of guys miss out on what this mode really offers us, because everything's the money goes to MUT. So everything, all the advertisement, everything about this game is about playing Madden Ultimate Team. But connected franchise is the mode. If you're a diehard Madden player and you really play this game to play real football, man, connected franchise mode is where it's at.
This is where it's at, dog. And I'm like I said, we're gonna wrap it up, but I'm so doggone excited, man. Because for me, I've been looking to find, somebody who had the same passion and the same, gift for putting out a good product. Because we could all just sit here and be the best Madden player. To me, that kind of gets redundant after a while. We're all running the same glitches. No, that's why I try to do stuff differently in terms of putting out real football stuff. And so my respect for you comes with, I see the way you do it on the franchise side. I think this is an avenue that we can really, really, really jump into, dog. For real.
And just spread what we do amongst the entire community, man. Like we the forgotten community of Madden, man. Some of your best players are in connected franchise mode, and only buy the game to play connected franchise mode. So, and then our league ain't biased, man. You don't have to be a top tier guy to be able to come in our league and have fun. Like,
right.
Our bottom guys enjoy the league more than some of the guys that's the top guys in the league, because that's what you're supposed to do in the league. You're supposed to, all 32 members are supposed to get the same feel. Like that's how I present my leagues. My leagues I want you to feel how I feel about my league the same way. So I have to better do things to better keep you excited, keep you intrigued, keep you always wanting to play no matter what. How do you get a guy that can go 0-16, 5 straight seasons and not quit your league and it's there all the time, play all his games? You gotta do a little bit more. And it starts with the commissioners.
Yep.
And you got 2 really good commissioners that's having a conversation right now with y'all. Simple as that. And we work hard for our league. And at the end of the day, you know, we just wanted to blossom. We want to share what we do for our mode, since we're the forgotten mode. We want everybody to enjoy what we can do really with this mode. So let's lock in, baby. Let's get this thing done, you heard?
Dog, boy, you know I appreciate you, boy.
Let's lock in. Let's get it all the way done.
And to my other commissioners out there who may be getting, you know, wind of this, y'all get at us and make sure you give you a chance to put your information, leave your information to end how you guys can get at Ant or get at me, because I'm telling you guys who are commissioners of legitimate and established leagues, fellas, this is huge. I'm telling you, don't miss out on this.
The main thing I could offer right now, outside of knowledge of knowing a lot more about connected franchise than most might go digging into, because I dig deep, really. I've always been 2 steps ahead of EA, and I'm not bragging. It's just the way I attack franchise mode. I've been 2 steps ahead of them. Right. They're doing things that I've been doing in 17. They're starting to do now. Right. So the number one thing I can say is, when you start a league and you go download, you want real draft classes coming in, you go download these draft classes. And I'm not saying people don't put the work in, I fit in, but what I will tell you is this: you'll see a common theme amongst people that when you download somebody's roster. You're never going to get the right stuff on guys. Meaning, like, you're not going to get the right 40 times on guys. It's only the famous college players. So you're going to get the famous college players, and most people only can go 2 to 3 draft classes, so they can go from 21, 22, maybe to 23, maybe. And that's the incoming freshman. That's the freshman class right now that's in college. All right, so they can go that far if they even go that far. But you're really only getting true attributes on guys for about maybe like 20 out of a class of 400.
That's very true. That's a big part of what has always kind of bothered, because we do fantasy, and so I see guys that I'm like, wait a minute, I've been watching this guy for 3-4 years, and he comes out and I'm like, he's like 88 or 87 speed, and I'm like, how? Right.
You got guys that's flying, and they come out, they forgot about it, because you know why? They're not on TV scoring touchdowns every Saturday. So you don't really, so these guys don't go that far. They only can go as far as Google allowed them to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and most of them, not saying they lazy, you just can't get to the players the way you need to get to them if you're not dealing with. So what I offer is, I can get you 10 draft classes. If your leagues are like my league and they can go, I mean, me, again, I run 2 different leagues, because I start over and bring the combine, bring you that whole NFL real feel during the combine when we start a league. But if you got a league that can go most leagues probably last 3 to 4 seasons on an average, right? So in 3 to 4 seasons, you want to better bring in draft classes. You only get into pure draft classes. Right. I'm giving you attributes, real life stats matching the EA's attributes and stats. So like all that 40 time stuff, and then we dig deep. We do the research. We do everything we need to do to be able to give you a player to the best of his ability. Simple as that. So that's what you can holler at me at. And you can reach me at, Madden Franchise Junkies on YouTube, Madden Franchise Junkies on Twitter, Madden Franchise Junkies Facebook, and Madden Franchise Junkies Instagram. DM me if you're looking for rosters. DM me just anything. If you're trying to get in the league, however you feel, just DM me, man. I got the answers to it. That's why I call myself the guru. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it.
Y'all heard him, man. That's my man, AntHiTZ. This is your boy, Coach DC, man. Franchise guys or people who are potentially looking to get into a real connected franchise where it's going to be the real deal. Listen up, fellas. We got some big things coming. So, big dog, man, let me roll. I appreciate you, bruh. And we will get up later on. And
when you go get that 50-50 ball on some real NFL shit, you're going to scream, thank you, Coach DC. Let's go.
Man, you got to drop, drop them things on his head, man. All right, big dog.
All right, my boy.
All right, later, man.